Hello, I'm Leroy Garcia, and this is Blue Rain Gallery Podcast. Today we're doing another walk along with one of my favorite artists of all time, Billy Schenck. Billy,
Yes.
welcome.
Thank you.
What I want to cover today is some of the latest subject matter. Billy rarely does shows like this on a smaller format.
Right, it's
in
true.
senses.
Yeah.
And it took a lot for you probably to do that for Blue Rain, but thank you so much.
Sure, of course.
But I want to talk a little bit about the inspiration behind most of these pieces.
Okay.
So that's why we're doing this walk along. We
Okay.
want to
Right.
look at the subject matter and tell us what you're thinking about as you construct. And think about this. So a lot of printers, like say serigraphs or lithos, whatever, they can do many screens or different areas to create a scene. Well, Billy does this with slides. He actually goes out into the field and shoots the mesas
Right.
in Canyonlands or wherever the heck
Yeah.
it is, right? In Arizona, New Mexico. And so let's go talk to him a little bit about his inspiration.
Okay.
And you can give me some
Okay.
thoughts of like what it took to create the scenes.
Well,
And-
some of these are combinations of different slides that I
Yeah.
put together. Like this is a local Navajo
He looks very Navajo, for sure. The hat and everything.
jewelry maker, and that's Kenny Peshlakai.
Oh.
Do you know him?
Well, I know the Peshlakai name,
Yeah.
but I don't know Kenny.
He's down on the plaza underneath the porch.
Well, I know Norbert Peshlakai.
Okay. And this is one of our horses. That's actually Rebecca's horse, one of our champion ranch shorting horses. And this is, I think, Cedar Mesa. Maybe not. Well, anyway, the tree wasn't there. I put that there. This is my favorite painting in the whole show.
Yes.
Shortcut. And this is, I don't remember where this mesa was, but this figure is literally a saddle bronc rider in a rodeo arena. And as you know,
Just
saddle
juxtaposed
broncs,
different.
they go up in the air, they come down, and I just thought, oh, this is such a classic pose. This is Canyonlands in the background. And
So tell me about the construct of the piece. So you probably actually went out there and photographed.
well, I photographed
right?
this and this, yeah.
Yeah, and
I
that.
just built the lands. Well, I actually, another friend of mine had this photograph, and it was full daylight, you know, with detail and everything like that. But since I had this cast light, I wanted to make that in deep shadow, you know, just with highlights, and just to make it more dramatic.
It's
And
a cool piece.
I just like the idea that this guy is insane.
Well, it looks insane because he's jumping off a freaking cliff.
Yeah, he's going to go about 800 feet down, and I don't give him much hope for making
For
it out.
survival?
Yeah, right. And this is another painting of Kenny.
Of the same cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, a Navajo
Kenny
cowboy,
Peshlakai.
right?
And pardon me?
He's a Navajo cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of Navajo culture, they love the rodeo scene. People
They
don't
do.
realize that. They
Oh, I know.
really do. You see a lot of Navajo.
Oh, I rodeoed with a Navajo guy and his son. I ranch sorted and team penned. And my partner in ranch sorting forever was a guy from Montana who's Northern Cheyenne.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, that is cool. And then you have like, is this like a Hopi scene
Well, not really. It's just,
or a Pueblo scene? Of
yeah, I
some-
mean, it's, you know, a Pueblo lady with, you know, a striped blanket. And I made the, you know, the pot nondescript, I'll say. You
I
know,
thought
being
you
a
had put
pine
like
winter.
an Anasazi design on there or something.
Well, some I do, some I didn't, and this one I didn't. But I am always obsessed, as you know, with prehistoric pottery. So I go through waves where the women with pots come back into my subject matter, and I just really like the way this whole thing came out. I love the palette.
It does remind me of your book that you published.
Yes.
Women Artists of the Southwest, right?
Yep.
And the care you gave to acknowledging the women artists. But what I liked about that book, and we'll go back to that, but you associated pots with certain artists, even though they're in separate
Yes.
digs, right? That's the first time I ever heard of that. So that's pretty cool stuff.
Well, I figured out as we look at anything of the prehistoric Southwest, the only people that you can identify individually are the ceramic artists by their style.
Yes.
by their individual style. You can't tell anything about the architecture, the irrigation, hunting, anything. Only the women.
That really surprised me of what you brought to my attention. I had never thought about that. That's pretty cool, especially because those things were buried in the sand for hundreds of years. Yes. Right.
This was a combination of, again, I'm not sure where. This is Monument Valley back here. And I think that the tree I lifted from Canyonlands. I go out
from Moab area?
Yeah. I mean, I'm always looking for cottonwood trees anywhere.
Yeah.
And I, sometimes put them in the...
Well, they grow out of nowhere sometimes.
They do.
It's weird.
Yeah. And this is looking across to Cedar Mesa. This would be from Douglas Mesa over on the Monument Valley side, and the San Juan River is down in between Monument Valley and Cedar Mesa. And I've done a lot of paintings in this area.
You can see a lot of these things on the way to Durango.
Yep.
From Albuquerque or Santa Fe, for sure.
And this is, another one of my pottery women, and these were both artist friends of mine, and this was from a whole nother painting altogether. All the pots are my prehistoric
So how many negatives did you use to produce this? Was that 3 or 4 or 5?
This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. So it's
to make this one image.
So the beauty about Billy is the way he constructs a scene, and it's based through film, and but it's layered no differently than you would do a serigraph or anything else.
Well, it's
right?
exactly the same. Yeah, I mean, to do a serigraph of my work is, it's like an automatic, transition. You don't lose anything in the translation at all, because the screens are cut individually and they're flat, one color at a time. So the only transition, the only blend is just the sky, but that can be done on one screen.
Mm-hmm. And then you amplify certain aspects of it. Like this is a typical water design, which is Anasazi, but it can go all the way to Hohokam, right? Imagery that the natives have used.
It's throughout.
Yeah.
A ton of
multicultural.
These are all specifically Kayenta, Anasazi.
Kayenta.
Which would have been found in northern Arizona.
Yeah.
And southern Utah. Southern Utah.
Yeah, and again, for those who have never met Billy, and you can go to our other podcasts, but he's one of the foremost experts in prehistoric pottery from Hohokam onto the contemporary end of life over here. All right, well, let's go see some of these other scenes over here.
Okay. This was a neighbor of mine when I lived in Moran, Wyoming, which is north of Jackson Hole. And so I had him over the years, he was always riding around on his white horse. So I don't know how many different times we photographed. And then this is from the Clay Hills on the north side of San Juan. So the Monument Valley would be way in the back. The horses were some Navajo horses I just saw along the road.
Some wild horses, right?
Yep. So that's how I put that together. This.
I love this. This is more contemporary. Yeah. Oh my God.
Her name is Gina, and she was married to a sculptor friend of mine in Arizona, and I photographed her in 1989 and 1990, and I've made a lot of paintings of her over the years. But the thing that I thought was just so intriguing is her husband had a big party kind of opening, and different artists were invited. And I had a couple of paintings I had done of her. And her father came and looked at, not this painting, because it was, it was then. And he said, I never realized my daughter was this beautiful. How did you not know that?
That's weird, because I'm a father. I think all my daughters are beautiful.
And her mother had been Miss Texas for Miss America pageant back in the 1950s. So,
Well, she's cute. I love the glare in the sunglasses, right? And that's purposeful as well, right?
Yep.
And it's a great scene.
Thanks.
All right, and then this one.
This is Clint Mortensen's son. Clint Mortensen has a saddle shop out near us, south of town. And this was his son who started rodeoing with us when he was about 11 years old. So he's, I don't know, he's late 20s. He's in the movie business now. I don't know how many different films he's been on, but this kid is terrific on horses.
He's real.
He's a great roper. Oh yeah, he's the
Well,
real deal.
what I would like to tell the audience too is let's not forget that Billy is a national rodeo champion in sorting, and so
Yep.
he knows his stuff.
Yep.
As far as rodeos, so when he paints something like that, it's legit. It's some good stuff. Okay, and this is a typical landscape, right?
This is actually one shot. When you go out to Monument Valley, right in the middle of the valley is Golding's Trading Post, and there's a dirt road. Well, it's paved for a while, and it goes around to the back end of this mesa, which used to be Jato Trading Post. There was a spring there, and the spring had created these two, allowed these two cottonwood trees. I mean, there's another one that's off camera, and this was exactly the scene, just from that area. So, and this was a photograph I took just in the last trip out there last November.
Well, and that's another thing to point out about you, Billy. Like a lot of your scenes these days are coming from personal experience. Like you're actually physically going out there to the landscape and taking photographs, and it's kind of plein air, but with camera, right? In a sense,
Right.
Because isn't that you're looking at inspiration from what you're surrounded by. Maybe you're not painting it right there, but you're capturing it and you're taking it home, and then saying, what can I do with this? And then you're, exasperating or putting focus on certain things to make it happen. So that's a beautiful thing. That's the biggest thing of art is inspiration, and then the construct.
Yep.
Like people think, well, it's about the application of paint. Yes, it is, but you got to develop the scene first.
Yeah. Let me also say, because I try all different kinds of palettes or times of day and different images, this thing was the monster of this entire group. I had to keep changing the color of the mesas. I had to change.
Well, the collector who bought that would like to understand that, yes.
And I had to, it was so garish in some parts and all that, and I had to keep toning it down to make it consistent. And it was, it came out okay, but it was
It's a beautiful painting.
It was enough to throw a hand grenade at times.
It frustrated you a little bit?
Oh, a little bit.
Well, I love this. We picked up a new artist from Australia who paints horses. I'll take you to see him in a little bit. But this is beautiful. Well, and what's your focal point here?
Well, I've been accused of being a cinematographic style artist, and it is true.
Well, who doesn't love the movies, especially the spaghetti westerns?
So in a lot of films, you'll see, like a silhouette of whatever in the foreground, and it forces your eye back to the midground and then finally to deep space. So what I decided to do here, this is the same cowboy as
this one?
Wyatt.
Oh, yeah.
And so I just, on this photograph, the whole rest of the figure is there. I just went through the legs of the horse, and this is a Maynard Dickson painting. Just this portion that just sold and set a new world record at Coeur d'Alene in July.
And that auction over there?
Yep. Yeah. And then this is one of my own backgrounds and sky behind that. But I just thought, I've never done anything like that. Just to see what it looks like to have, these, three cowboys who are just driving cattle, but here's somebody, way up close, and you're just looking through the legs of the horse to the rest of the cows and horses.
Well, the genius of Billy Famous is his construct, and you just heard him describe how he he thinks about these things. But they're pretty cool. You have the foreground, the middle, and the far.
Right.
And he's integrating all kinds of things through slides, and then developing the scene. And so it's just a beautiful thought and a wonderful painting. Well, Billy, thank you for putting time into painting and such beautiful works.
Thank you.
And it's awesome. We feel very honored by having you here. Very much so. I'd like to thank Billy for coming today. If you want to see more about Billy Schenck, go to blueraingallery.com, and there's a few podcasts for Billy Schenck. My daughter Leah will post those on here. I'd also like to encourage you to visit our Blue Rain Print Shop, which is our online store. And on that online store, you can buy 2 books from Billy based on his career, and then on also his prehistoric pottery career. This man is full of careers.
That's true.
He's a writer, he's a painter, he's a restorer, he's everything. He's a wonderful person. He's a treasure to our state. Thank you, Billy.
And the only thing I haven't done is run for office.
Yeah, I know. Don't do that.
I'm not going to.
Anyways, thank you so much.
Sure, you bet.